Come along with us on a journey of meandering exploration. We will laugh, we will cry, and most importantly, we will waste an hour so we don't have to hang out with our families. Whether we're bringing the sexy or telling you to fuck off, Teddy, Ashtray, Oracle, and Mystic will do it with enough enthusiasm to barely keep you awake. So strap in and strap on for another ride with the only show on the internet that has more episodes than viewers. This is the Red Eye Report.
You know, that farmer was the highest paid actor in our intro.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's on the Red Eye Report, we're going around the moon. Our crew of chronic cosmonauts are Open the Pod Bay Door Oracle, our planetary production engineer, ate the last Milky Way bar Mystic, our space cook.
Last case of them, honestly.
Yeah. Let me lick that black hole Teddy, our plasma camp pilot.
What the fuck?
That's funny.
I mean, that is pretty spot on, though. I do like to lick black holes.
And are we there yet, Ashtray, our space plumber?
Hey, we need one.
That's right.
Especially when I'm eating cases of Milky Ways.
Yeah, you don't want to
Right.
have a plumbing problem when you're in space.
In space,
Up in
right?
space.
Not a
No,
good thing.
but they did. So, first of all, our Dane County Humane Society Pet of the Week. His name is Tribble. But no,
Tribble.
he's not one of those little aliens. He's actually just a box turtle with a 1987 toupee glued to his back.
Yeah, nice. It's like fused to it now, too.
Yeah.
It's been on
Yep.
there so long.
Vintage.
He was left
Growing
out.
around it.
Someone found
Like
him at
Joe
the park and
Dirt's
ride,
Fucking
all dried up.
mullet.
gum. in
Why
his
white
hair.
chicks always putting weird shit on animals?
You know, we're going to have to probably change that Dane County thing if we ever start getting views and shit.
Yeah,
Right.
They're going
remember?
to come after us for that.
Yeah, that, we've been blaspheming this fucking lovely.
We do not
Animal
have pothead
shelter.
giraffes.
We'll have to go
Give us
back
a
and
bad name.
use
Crackhead
AI to edit over and
animals.
change the name.
Fucking crackheads coming in. You got some of them chinchillas?
Right? They've been
Yeah.
just getting a bunch of fucking crazy ass people coming in for the past 2 years.
Yeah. Where's Muhammad at?
They have
I
no
heard about
idea why.
So Artemis II, which was kind of like not in the news until all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, we're going to space today." And
Yeah, it did
it's
seem
been
like
in the
really
news every day
sudden.
since. But people kind of were like, "What? We're going back to the moon?"
Gotta beat Russia. Again.
The Artemis mission has been ongoing for a while, like the whole Artemis program, I should say. But the Artemis II is the current mission, which was supposed to actually take off sometime in February of this year, and they got the whole fucking rocket out there, loaded her up with fuel, and they found a bunch of hydrogen leaks. But the Artemis II, this is the second mission where this time we've actually put astronauts on the space capsule. And the whole Artemis
Or
program
in the
is
space capsule. Or they
Yes,
just
They're not hanging onto the side. God damn it, it's fast.
yeah, right. Some stowaway. The Artemis program is to get humans back to the moon and to land on the moon / they might now be like, well, actually, we're going to build a moon base.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
You know,
Prepping
really?
for Mars.
won't
We're
be
building
long
a
before
moon
there's
base?
a Starbucks up
They
there.
want to build a moon base so that they can get to Mars quicker.
Why the fuck
Yes,
is that?
but at the same time, I've always thought, sure, but like, how are you going to build shit on the moon? You got to fly every single part up there.
Yeah, you do.
I saw some people like,
3D
oh, they
print, maybe?
might 3D print stuff with
Yeah.
moon dust or something like that. It's like, okay, sure,
Well,
just
can
add
they
water.
can they take the filament up there? They don't have to take the gigantic structure and then print it somehow and build
Well,
it?
yes, if you're going to 3D print something, you still would have to bring whatever your filament is.
Yeah.
up
Right.
into space. So you still got to take. It's going to take a lot of fucking flights to get
And it's,
shit
gonna
up
take,
there.
and it's a lot of
Hey,
filament
man,
to build a
this is
fucking
the
house.
early days. You know what I mean?
It is.
By the
Yeah,
time your
haven't you
kid's
seen the
fucking 80 years
Expanse,
old,
dude? This is how it fucking goes, man.
Exactly, man. You gotta
So
plug in when you try to go.
I know,
feet
right? I
fast.
shouldn't be such a naysayer. But Artemis II did officially launch. This time didn't have the leaks on April 1st, 2026. And like the day before, when it was like, oh
Which
yeah,
is
we're
a fantastic day.
going to the
April
moon tomorrow. I'm like, is this some April Fool's?
Right?
April
That's what I
Fool's
mean.
shit, yeah.
Like, and then they just come out with a rocket. They're like, surprise, bitches.
Yeah. So this is a test flight to support more of the Artemis missions, to get humans back to the lunar surface. And the Artemis 1, they flew the same space capsule. They didn't go to the moon with it, but they flew it up into space, moved it around remotely and some shit, and then brought it back down.
This was just a slingshot mission, right? They're doing a.
Well, this is like Apollo 8. Apollo 8 did, a slingshot mission where they fly out towards the moon, and as the moon comes in close to it, it catches the moon's orbit, gravitational orbit, swings around it, and then shoots back to Earth.
How are they doing this all when the Earth is flat, though?
Well, if you go around the rim, it's still a circle. Reid Wiseman, look at the dramatic lighting,
Right.
and everything. Reid Wiseman, he is the commander. He's 50 years old, 27-year Navy veteran, pilot.
His name's Reid, which is that's a perfect commander name.
Reid Wiseman, yeah. Engineer and father. He has been an astronaut since 2009, a Baltimore native, and he is the oldest person now to travel to the moon.
How old is he?
50.
Okay.
And that dude
Wow.
hates the black dude that's right next.
That's right next to
Yeah,
him.
Yeah.
right.
His arch
Back in my
nemesis
day, you'd never let you in this
slash
program.
pilot, Victor Glover. Victor Glover's 49 years old. He doesn't look bad for 49.
Ah, man, black don't cry.
Unless you
So
smoke it.
he-
That's what Teddy tells me. Teddy's
Astronaut.
97 years old, dude.
I know, right?
Yeah, right.
96, man.
96.
Yeah,
Black, black don't crack unless you smoke it, bro.
I mean, when you're 50 years old and you're an astronaut, you probably work out and take care of yourself
Yeah.
a little
That's
bit.
true.
Yeah.
You
a
know,
NASA 50 is like a fucking Detroit 28. You know what I mean?
Right. Or a
Sorry,
Cleveland
Teddy.
18.
Sorry.
No, you good, man.
Victor Glover is a California native. He was a naval aviator and a test pilot. And he is also the first African-American astronaut to go to the moon.
He went around the moon.
So they also, I know, right? The next astronaut's going to be like, psh.
Yeah, they're not going to let another black
You just
dude
flew-
out there.
You just flew by. That's like claiming you stopped at
You got to
You know.
wave at it out the window, bro. You
you
didn't
went
get
to a
to
don't
city
trust
and
you
you
on
drove
the
through the
moon.
interstate.
Yeah, you might take something.
man, you guys are,
Fly, dude.
Right? I've been to St. Louis. No, you didn't. You drove through it.
Take something.
you guys are fucking hating on these guys so hard. They're fucking
Big
flying around
black
the
dude.
goddamn.
Stealing rocks off the moon.
I'm sorry. I'm really fucking high.
Sit on
Sorry.
the couch like, fucking losers.
Don't make me have a heart attack from laughing.
Next up, we have Christina Koch. She is a mission specialist. That's basically what the term they give to anyone else who rides along.
The cook.
Yeah, just some other chick.
Yeah.
She's
We brought her
47 years
along
old.
'cause she's cool.
Been an astronaut since 2013 from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Oh, shit.
Her earlier career, she worked in space
Go
science, mission instruments, and a remote scientific field engineer.
Right on.
She served on the NASA expeditions 59, 60, and 61 aboard the International Space Station, where she set the record for 328 days for the longest time in space for a female.
Oh.
And then last
328 days?
we
That's a
have our
decent amount of
Canuck.
time.
That's right.
Yeah, that's a.
We want to diversify so well, we decided let's take a Canadian with us.
Oh,
the country
shit.
right next to us.
Jeremy Hansen is a mission specialist. He is 50 years old as well. He was captain in the Royal Canadian Air Force, and he is the first non-American to go to the moon.
Look at that dude's fucking jawline, dude.
Yeah. So you got hit with a piece of rebar.
So what? So no other country has been on the moon? See, I'm ignorant.
On the
I
moon
don't know.
or to the or sent an astronaut
Really?
around it. Yeah.
Really? I thought. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Well.
Russia was trying to beat us there, but
Oh yeah.
Fucking
So I
murder.
suppose we.
No, okay. Didn't India land something on the moon? Was it not people?
Yeah,
just
they-
a probe
China-
or
Probe or something.
Yeah,
Probe,
probe. China
China's
flew
landed
around
probes
it.
on the moon.
I mean,
Oh.
that's the stuff that's made the news too. Like,
Yeah, right.
True.
Who knows? Yeah, you're right. China
You know
would be
what?
the one to fucking.
Yeah.
We've got a base on the like they go around the fucking side. It's like Iron Sky. There's just a gigantic
Right.
base on the
base
dark
on the
side
other
of the
side?
moon.
Yeah.
You know, some people say Bibi Netanyahu has been to the moon. It's where he's got his
What?
space laser.
Oh, Jewish space laser. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you're hating on Jews too?
Have you
He is,
have you all heard the
Just Bibi Netanyahu.
Have you guys heard the? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Oh, the people are calling it a hoax because of the interview they had. They were sitting there and they had the little ball spinning in space with them. There's a part. I'm see if I can find this video for you guys. People call it a hoax. It's a green
like,
screen.
oh, that's
Yeah,
not
people
real.
are calling it a green screen. Yeah.
Green screen.
It's a
a
hoax,
green
man.
screen. Like if NASA's gonna fucking hoax this, they're just gonna have a cheap ass green screen
just-
that they got
Right,
off of
right.
Amazon.
Hey guys, let's get on Teams.
Right?
Right.
They'll buy that, won't they?
That rocket at Kennedy Space Center is like was really just like a cheap homemade rocket, and they just use optical illusion
Yeah.
to like
Yeah, forced perspective. They just
Forced
shoot it from really
perspective. Yeah, it's
low
like-
and shit.
you can't get too close to it. It's like really just like 50 feet away. Oh my god, I sure felt it. So yeah, he is the first Canadian into space, and also this is his first space mission. He actually has not even been to the International Space Station. So
Lucky bastard, eh?
yeah. So anyways, this test flight, you can see down below there's kind of a exploded view of the Orion spacecraft. That is what holds the crew module. That's where they live. The service module below that is kind of like, that's what has the thrusters. It's basically the last rocket of the chain of rockets. So this test flight is to evaluate the Space Launch System, the Orion spacecraft, and the European Service Module. I still didn't find out why it's called the European Service Module. It's like, did the Europeans make that part of it? It's like, just going to hand
They
that
might
off.
have, yeah.
I mean, there's a Canadian on there. And then that front, like, spire is the launch abort system, which they thought they might have had a problem with. I guess that thing's been over budget and full of setbacks, but it is essentially designed so, like, if shit starts going wrong with the main rocket as they're going up, you can kind of see in that picture that pointy spike at the top, that will actually fire off and pull the whole space capsule. So it's like, think of a little rocket on top of the big rocket, and that rocket will shoot off as the other big rocket's already pushing it. The whole flight itself, like from takeoff and stuff, is fully automated. Like, Wiseman, the commander, like had the ability to like abort, you know, if something went wrong. But other than that, like, they just sit back and enjoy the ride.
Ride that dragon,
Let it
baby.
happen.
So after the main engine cut off, once they get up into low Earth orbit, they tested life support systems. Then they fired their engine again. That would be what's on the service module to go into high Earth orbit. So they spun around the Earth a few times. And then while they were spinning around Earth, they actually separated from the ICPS, which is the Interim Cryogenic Propulsion System. It's actually the last rocket stage before the European Service Module. And then they turned around and pulled like a 180, and they tested manual maneuvers. Basically, they put like a target on on the rocket and floated around. Fuck, lose my voice. Like they were gonna dock with it, but they didn't touch tips since it was like
Touch
not
the
real.
tips.
It was more like, let's just test all the thrusters on this.
Just a tip.
Because this module is designed to dock with the International Space Station, and forgot the name, but the U.S. has like a brand new space station that's in the works. If Trump hasn't canceled it.
It's probably called like the Trump Palace or something.
Space Force is really doing something?
Supposedly.
Holy shit.
So.
Forgot all about those guys.
They had like a 4-hour nap where they strapped themselves in sleeping bags. And then on day 2, they did their trans-lunar injection burn.
Sounds kinky.
I know. Even astronauts are trans nowadays. That
only brought one chick, dude.
It must have been the Canadian. So the trans-lunar injection burn is what starts it's called a free return trajectory, which is like, rockets, the basics of rocket science. Like, you got this much mass and you got to push it this fast at this angle while the moon's coming this way to catch it.
It's a lot of math.
So on day 3, they had...
And thanks to black ladies, you all have it.
Yes, thank you. 3 planned correction.
You're welcome, America.
That were like planned in the mission. So like if we have to kind of correct our course a little bit, they actually skipped those. They deemed them unnecessary because they were still like on course. The initial burn went that well, but they ran into a problem with the space toilet.
Oh,
I heard about that. Yeah.
It was smoking or something.
Apparently, there's so there's like a big hole you sit on for your shit, and then if you have to pee, there's like a vacuum hose that you like just put your penis in.
Or your vagina.
Yeah, put it right up on the old vagina. It was shaped like it would fit on one. But
put your muff in there.
The thing is, they collect all the space poop.
Well, yeah. Well, really? Why don't they just jettison that shit? I mean, you're in space. It isn't like...
You'd think. I don't know why. They do, though, jettison the urine out.
really?
Nobody wants to get...
And they said that you can see the urine, like, forms, like, frozen crystals that go by the window.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, Captain is just sitting there doing whatever, and the black dude just drops a huge turd.
Yeah.
And it just floats out in front like it's just a frozen turd. He comes out and he's like, check it out. Check it out.
There's enough space to breathe. We don't need the turds from the astronauts up there going around doing 15,000 miles an hour.
You can see the corn in it. It froze so
fast. Keep that in mind because this is the first space capsule that has a toilet built into it.
Wait, so how do they use the bathroom together?
They just shit themselves the whole trip?
Right.
They had to shit and piss in bags and collect it. And this news story brought up old recordings where like
how do you shit in a bag?
I don't know if it was Buzz Aldrin, but or like Jim Lovell. Someone was like, "God damn, another turd!" Like apparently, like one of the bags didn't seal. And like turds rolled out.
Come on,
floating in the capsule.
I just take a lot of fucking like Imodium or some shit. Just
man,
not shit for a while.
Yeah, so you gotta like shit in a bag, which has got to be hard.
It's got to be hard. I mean, just look in there floating
right.
Right?
Yeah, you're like floating up.
Right. You have nothing to push against.
Upside down.
Like, where's my squatty potty?
Holy shit.
Just go into like a free roll. Shit is streaming out of your asshole as you're twisting around.
As you're farting, it's just making you.
You took a bunch of Imodium, but your bowels just gave out because you're at zero gravity.
There was like a plug there, and once that plug was gone, it was just
we got a situation up here.
You ever seen a hose get unclogged? You know what I mean?
Oh God, yeah. So, yeah, the urine in the pipes like froze and clogged it up, and so they had to like turn on vent heaters, and then they like had to wrestle like, this is the side with the plumbing piping, and like turn that side towards the sun. And
oh, really?
Yeah, they managed to thaw it out.
That's funny.
And get it working again. So then day 4, they did some more manual control tests. Day 5, they did a 17.5-second correction burn. And they tested their Orion crew survival system suits. Those are the sexy orange suits they were wearing in those photos.
Wow,
and day 6 is when they enter the lunar flyby. And you can see, this is where some of these pictures are of them going around the moon. They were about 4,067 miles above the lunar surface. So that's, fairly far away, but still from the photos, like, they're right up there.
Mm-hmm.
They got to see, the Earth. They call it Earth set, where the Earth goes, down below the moon. For 40 minutes, though, they could not communicate with NASA. And while going along the moon, they found 2 unnamed craters. I guess a lot of the craters in the moon have already been plotted and named, but they found 2 that were not named, and so they named one Integrity, which is the name of their spacecraft. It's the Orion Capsule, but like that particular Orion, it's called the Integrity. And they named the other one Carol, which is Reid Wiseman's dead wife. She died of cancer, I want to say 4 years ago. And he's got 2 kids at home. So it's like, man, you really want to go to fucking space? What are you, a single father?
You deadbeat, you fucking piece of shit.
Maybe his kids are adults now.
Fucking piece of shit.
But
gonna be an astronaut.
Well, also behind there, the moon, they witnessed a 57-minute solar eclipse, and a solar corona. Like, you can see some of those pictures as they're coming around the moon, like
that is really
edge
cool.
of the moon is glowing.
I mean, it's totally AI generated, but it's cool.
Yeah, right. Like that one towards the bottom, you can see there's it looks like a star. It's actually, I believe it's Venus in the background. That's glowing really bright, and the moon looks almost kind of like a blue-gray. And they said that you could actually, that slight illumination of the moon is actually light that's being reflected off Earth. And they could also see impact flashes from meteoroids hitting the dark side of the moon, which makes you think there must be a number of small meteoroids that just whizzing by all the time, where right. They just are shooting stars for us because we have an atmosphere, but for the moon they actually impact it. And they could see flashes from those. And so by day 7, they've exited the moon's influence and are on their return path now to Earth, where they're debriefing with science officers and all their observations. And should be tomorrow is day 10. That's the planned re-entry. Is there weed in here? No. Damn. So they'll be splashing down tomorrow at 25,000 miles per hour. It's going to be the fastest re-entry ever attempted. And this is the one catch where they have to cross their fingers, because the reason they're doing this as the fastest re-entry is because on Artemis I, once this capsule landed, there was no one on it, but they pulled the sucker out of the ocean and they looked at the heat shield and oh boy, there's some bigger cracks there than our computer models predicted. Turned out there's there's this outer coating that burns off in the atmosphere, and below that is layers of fiberglass, and the fiberglass starts burning, but it makes this layer of char on top of it, and that char actually helps further insulate the heat shield. So the char itself is like a protective barrier, but apparently there were the heat created like vaporized some gases underneath the tiles, and the gases came out and cracked the char layer. And when they say like, oh, you know, like the astronauts would have survived if they were on it, but it's also like not as good. It didn't hold up as good as we expected.
They would have had horns and fucking stomach cancer. So
there was like multiple retired NASA engineers who came out publicly to be like, why are you using this heat shield? Like the material is the same heat shield stuff we used back in the 60s. And apparently this guy engineer was like, SpaceX uses a completely different material and it's like way better. Like, why aren't we using that same stuff? And instead of redesigning the entire heat shield, which would have, you know, delayed the whole thing another year or two, they decided, well, if we come at a steeper angle, they'll spend less time in that hot zone, so they should be okay. It's like,
yeah, I wonder how these astronauts feel about this decision.
Oh, yeah. Of course, they say, yep, we have full confidence, blah, blah, blah. But
that's like, probably why there's one Canadian.
Yeah.
No one else wanted to go. They're like, nah, dude, I'm good. I'll get the next one.
Did you see that heat shield? So that is the Artemis mission. It is not quite done yet. Cross your fingers. Tomorrow on Friday, they should be splashing down. We'll find out if they're boiled inside or not.